Hello Aries, and welcome to your tarot reading for the period of Mercury Retrograde, which we are currently experiencing now as it started around 17th of February and it is with us until around the 10th of March. Now, if you don't know what Mercury Retrograde is, it's a planetary transit when the planet Mercury is closer to the Earth, so it seems like it's moving backwards. And symbolically, that has a specific connotation, specific meaning, because Mercury represents a messenger god. It's the god of communication, language, schedules, and it is also the god of interpretation. So during Mercury retrograde, communication might be muddled, delayed, weird, things might get cancelled, things might get postponed and not work out, but also it is a good time to go with our emotions, go with our gut, and not rely on our rational mind so much. Sort of see the subtext, see beyond the details, see the bigger picture. And since Mercury retrograde is happening in the sign of Pisces, Pisces representing the flow of emotions and the psyche and the subconscious, this Mercury retrograde specifically is a good time to be creative, be inspired, receive emotional, intuitive, inspirational insights, and I guess feel out our dreams, feel out our desires, and follow our gut instead of our rational mind. So Aries, let's see what Mercury retrograde could bring to you this time. Alright, I'll lay out 5 cards and we'll see what messages and guidance comes through. Alright, so let's see what we got. We've got 7 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 2 of Swords in reverse, Judgment. This card has been making a big appearance this month, and King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to start with the 2 of Swords in reverse. And you're seeing this card in the camera upright. So upright, 2 of Swords represents having 2 ideas, perhaps 2 conflicting beliefs, and holding them true at the same time, and tuning into yourself, tuning into how you're feeling and where your gut wants to go, and just feeling these 2 options, these 2 mindsets, these 2 truths or decisions, feeling both of them out, going within to see where you are drawn to mostly. And this card represents the balance of the mind and the intuitive decision making, but it is about choice. So since this card has come to us in reverse, I feel like right now you might feel like your mind is going several directions at once. Like you might have a hard time to focus and decide. And let's look into the energies around the 2 of Swords. What you might be struggling to decide, and what might be blocking you from going within, from tuning in and trusting your gut and committing to a truth. So we have Seven of Wands, starting off the reading. Wands represent fire. They represent our passion, our creativity, our energy, our spirit. It's where our heart wants to go. It's where we put in our creative spark. It's where we feel passion for life. And seven is a number of perseverance. It is a number representing growth, and it's growth of your spirit, it's growth of your inner self. But this growth is not necessarily always comfortable. It's sort of the part of the growth cycle, the part of your journey where you might have to take two steps forward and one step back. It might be a bit labor intensive. You might have to sweat a bit or go out of your comfort zone a bit. So in a way, you have to focus real hard to just keep moving forward. You have this. You have this. What's the word? Not. It's not a maze, but you have this obstacle path that you have to make your way through. And so yeah, so this is the part of your path where it's not easy, where you might fall down and have to get back on the track a couple of times, but the point is to keep moving forward. Because if you don't get through this stage, if you don't allow yourself to be discerning and be hardworking, then you will not get onto the next stage of fast movement and progress and leveling up. So in a way, perhaps you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed, and maybe that's why you are having a hard time to feel like you can take space for yourself and be quiet, be silent, do nothing, to really tune into what makes you happy and where you want to travel next. So linked with this is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups represents your emotional foundation, your core beliefs, your core relationships, your core feelings about the world. So in a way, Four of Cups is the foundation that you are sitting on. It's comfortable, you know it. But if you're not very in touch with your foundation, if you don't know how you feel about the situation, if you're not giving yourself space and time to detach from the outside world, from the noise, from the distractions, to detach from it, to come back to yourself, to come back what's worked for you in the past, to come back to soothing yourself and doing things for yourself, then you might have a hard time to hear your emotions and know what's the natural course that follows. So in this dilemma time, in this decision time, in this indecision and confusion time, I feel like you might feel a bit isolated from the world around you. You might struggle to connect with the world around you, but if you can afford to use this alone time to value yourself and put in time into yourself, into self-development and progress and learning and exploring, basically, if you take time, if you take this alone time for yourself and in the most quality sense, then you will be able to appreciate the position that you're in. You will be able to appreciate how far you have come, and you will be able to, in a way, look at your situation from an outsider's view, and therefore you will be able to see what decision is right in this moment, what decision is for your greatest purpose, greatest outcome, greatest development. So I feel like you might need a break. Maybe you just need a holiday. Maybe you just need to go somewhere for a couple days. Turn off your phone, turn off your work phone, be disconnected from emails and from the noise of the mundane responsibilities, and maybe in such space you can allow yourself to rest, so then you can refocus on the journey that you still have to do, and therefore you'll be able to refocus on where your intuition, where your emotions are pulling you, where you would naturally flow and keep growing. Then I will touch on the judgment, which has come out to us many a time this month already. So I feel like all of us collectively are opening a door to the next stage of our lives, and we are being asked to step through the door. So there might be an opportunity coming your way. There might be an opportunity and a path that's already obvious to you, and committing to this path, whether it's a new career, whether it's a relationship, or whether that's a mindset. Committing to this path means saying goodbye to a past version of yourself. You sort of have to be rebaptized into your life, so to speak. So you have to honor, grieve, but also let go of the past detachments, past ideas of what your life is supposed to look like. In a way, the judgment is the energy of being and existing in your room, right? You know your room, you know all the corners, you've accumulated all different sorts of things in your wardrobe, under the bed, on your walls. You know the energy of your room. So imagine this room represents your life, where you currently are. So you might feel like you know all the limits of your life, you know all the things that you have in your life, and you have this strict idea, a strict vision, not necessarily strict, but like limited vision of where you could go and who you could be, and what decision you might make. Um, so it's comfortable to be in this state because it's familiar. But even if you think you know everything about your room, even if you think you know everything about your life and where and how it could go, here with the judgment energy, the universe is opening up a portal into the next, a new dimension in your cupboard door. So even if you thought you knew everything about your room and what's in your cupboard, suddenly one day when you open it, you see a portal into a new life. So in a way, the judgment here is asking you to keep your eyes peeled, keep an open mind, stay flexible, open, and more malleable, and allow yourself to dream and plan for more and bigger, better things, and perhaps this new path, this new level, a new dimension in your life is somewhere already around you. Perhaps it's a very simple decision that you need to make about your life, but through you opening the cupboard door, through you making the simple, mundane commitment, you are then able to open up a new chapter in your life and a different way of approaching things and doing something new that would allow you to detach from what you expect yourself to be. So, in a way, I feel a big theme of letting go of your expectations about how things are supposed to go, letting go of expectations of what you're supposed to do and be and feel. So, in a way, it's stepping into the unknown, and the call for a judgment has been made. You're being asked to level up. It's just the matter of when you're gonna commit to sifting through your room and looking for a door in your current circumstances. So while we're at it, while we are at your current circumstances and home environment, we have King of Pentacles, which has come to us in reverse. And you're seeing it upright. So King of Pentacles represents knowledge and structure and experience in the physical realm, in practical things, in real things, tangible ones. So it could represent your house, your finances, your work. It could also just represent how at home you feel at home. So you might not be feeling at home that much in your room. Perhaps it's so familiar, but you're in a way detached from it. So you might feel like you don't trust your resources, don't trust your methods, your skills, your experience. You might be in a poverty mindset. You might feel like you are lacking things. But you're being asked to embrace gratitude instead of this scarcity mindset. And you're being asked to find ways to connect to your environment, ground yourself. So, whatever activities help you ground yourself in your body, help you connect to your body, and help you connect with the world around you in very sensory ways. So perhaps it is taking a walk and counting how many trees on the way you see. Maybe it's just sitting down and naming 5 blue things around you and 4 different smells that you can smell and 3 different sounds that you can hear. Whichever way you can ground yourself, you're being asked to come back to earth, to come back to your room, to accept the state of your room, the state of mess of your life. I'm so sorry. And you're being asked to see the abundance of it, to see the opportunity. So what can you make with the circumstances that you have currently? And if there is a decision to be made, if you're being pulled a specific direction by your gut and your heart, what's the most smallest step that you can take today to start moving into that direction? So King of Pentacles in reverse is saying that your grounded, resourceful, and wise energy is being blocked by your doubt and fear of yourself and your capabilities. So essentially, King of Pentacles here is telling you to trust your experience, to trust your strategies and methods that have worked for you in the past and have brought you here. So whether that's specifically any skills that you have that you want to apply in a new direction, in a new path, or whether it's more about your drive and your motivation and your self-sufficiency, your independence that has brought you up until this point. Take these tools, take these resources, and realize that they are here with you in your room, in your cupboard, and open that damn door and take stock of them and be blasted into this new direction of your life. So, Aries, I feel like this time is quite contemplative for you. So, even though Mercury is in retrograde and your mind might feel confused and muddled, you're being asked to think and to contemplate and to evaluate the things in your life. But you're not being asked to reevaluate and ponder over these things from the rational mind. You're being asked to evaluate how things make you feel. So focus on the things that make you feel that make you feel held, that make you feel healthy, that make you feel grateful, that make you feel at peace, even if it's the simplest things. And the things that perhaps don't work for you anymore, or the strategies, the goals, the mindsets that do not serve you anymore, you're being asked to let go of. And even though it might not feel comfortable, or you might not feel like you are capable or experienced enough to proceed, know that you have a strong emotional core, you have a strong emotional foundation, and you have many resources. And also, your heart is developing very in a very fertile way. So, it is, in a way, a time of inner work, of metaphysical transformation, and it is a month of magic. I would say, I'm saying magic because we've got this universal door of the judgment being blasted open for you, and also because Seven of Wands can represent the magic of your heart and the magic of your passion. So it can represent the metaphysical and spiritual transformation in terms of what's comfortable for you, in terms of where you put in your energy, and in terms of where you can feel your creativity flow. So, Aries, do not forget to ground yourself. Do not forget to look for new solutions and new approaches to situations and environments familiar to you, and perhaps the opportunity that is already in your environment you are already aware of. So please take time for yourself, take some quiet time, and commit. Thank you so much, Aries, for having me here today, and I will see you again for the next readings. Bye.